Welcome to RPG Community College. Today I thought I'd share with you the simple things I've been doing in the Scourge League to make a little extra chaos. And the great thing about all these tips is you can do them simultaneously and you can do them on top of everything else that you're doing in the Scourge League. These are all kind of just side things that work with really whatever else that you might happen to be doing. And the first thing I want to talk about is prophecy. There's a lot of fairly common prophecies that the Scourge League has kind of made pretty valuable. The first one is the Lost Maps prophecy. Because a Tier 1 Haunted Mansion is considered right now to be the best map to Scourge, that map has gained a lot of value. And one of the best ways to generate Tier 1 Haunted Mansions is with the Lost Maps prophecy. You could just sell the prophecy for like 3 or 4 chaos, but what I do is I actually just use them, and then I take the Haunted Mansions and then sell them in bulk. You can sell 10 just plain white Haunted Mansion maps from anywhere from like 25 to 30 chaos, and the Lost Maps prophecy is very common. Another prophecy that goes very well with Scourge is the Twins prophecy. The last I looked, this was going for about 10 chaos, but when more people start picking up on this, it might raise in price. But this doubles all the rare monsters in your map, so this effectively doubles the profits that you can get in any Scourge map. This prophecy alone is worth spamming all your silver coins into the volley for. There's also things like Twice Enchanted and Deadly Rivalry. If you manage to complete the Deadly Rivalry prophecy chain, you get a Kintsugi, which goes for a pretty good amount right now. So considering all those things, I would say that prophecy is actually kind of worth doing this league. And it really doesn't take that long to do. Like, you just pick up your silver coins in your maps, and then when you get like 200 or 300 silver coins, you just spam them all into the volley. How I do it is, I keep any prophecies that add monsters into my maps, and then everything else I just unseal. And then if I'm not going to sell it, I just vendor it. Don't waste your time running around Ray Class completing prophecies. For the most part, it's not worth it. There are a few worth doing, but I'll let you make that decision for yourself. Next, I'll talk a little bit about the Scourge League. If you're not scourging maps, you definitely should be. Even if your build isn't that good at running them, you can still sell them to people who do. Because people who do them properly and invest in them can easily pull out an Exalt or more from these things. So Scourge maps have a lot of value, and that means that people will happily pay you for them. And all you need to do is just chisel and elk some Haunted Mansions and throw them in the Blood Crucible. And then after they hit tier 10, just throw them up on PoE trade. And even just farming Scourge, you're going to get a lot of raw tainted currency drops. And those in and of themselves sell for a decent amount. Scourge League is definitely worth your time to do. Another simple thing that I do is leveling up gems in my weapon swaps. If you didn't know, the gems in your weapon swap also gain experience, so a tried and true moneymaker has always been to sell quality gems. In this league, I've been making 20% quality Vol Molten Shells. Currently, these gems are selling for about 70 chaos, because there's just not a lot of people doing this. And this right here has paid for a large chunk of my gear. And all you need to do to make the Vol Molten Shells are just level a normal Molten Shell from 1 to 20, sell it to a vendor with a Gem Cutter's Prism, and that'll give you a level 1 20% quality Molten Shell, and then you just Vol Orb it, and it has a chance to become a Vol Molten Shell. Generally, when I Vol Orb all 6 of the Molten Shells, I get at least 1, sometimes 2, but there is a chance that you could get nothing out of it, but when you do hit it, you do hit pretty big. You could also do Corrupting Fevers. 2020 Corrupting Fevers right now are going for like 20 to 30 chaos, and you can just buy a level 1 20% quality corrupted fever for like 5 chaos, and then just level it up to level 20, then sell it off for like 20, 25. That's not a bad money maker either, and it's very safe and consistent. Another thing that I do is crafting item level 83 Hunter Amulets. I don't really go out of my way to buy these things, but when I'm doing Hunter maps and they drop, I do like to craft them up. All you gotta do is alt spam them until they hit +1 gems, which there's 4 different types of +1 gems they can hit. So even though the mod is rare, it doesn't really take that many Orbs of Alteration to hit one of them. And the +1 chaos gems goes for like 20 to 50 chaos depending on the base type. And if you hit +1 gems of a certain attribute type, that is currently going for around 80C. I was selling them for 100 chaos, but it seems like the strategy is starting to lose a little bit of its value now. And the last tip I got for you is going to be the Exalted Shard recipe. This is just like the Chaos recipe, but instead of using normal items, you use influenced items. And the only thing you're going to want to do with this is make sure that they're unidentified, because then you get twice the amount of Exalted Shards. And all the items have to be of the same influence type. It's like you can't mix and match between like Redeemer and Warlord, for instance. If you look at all the items I have here, they're all Redeemer pieces. This is important, you gotta do this. And this is a nice little trick that a lot of people use to just make some passive currency over time. If you wanted to, you could also sell all your influenced items. Because this recipe exists, people will buy any influenced item for like 1C a piece if you're into doing 1C trades. I really can't be bothered to do this, but it is an option. But I'm going to end the video right here. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to continue your education, enrollment here is free. All you gotta do is like and subscribe. I wish you the best of luck in all of your endeavors, and I hope to see you again soon.